Listen up. Listen.
Oh, welcome back to another episode with Invest with Zay on my Sunday's options watch list. All right, thank you for tuning in again. Again, this is episode 5, and this is for options trading. All right, today is Sunday's Super Bowl Sunday. So look, I'm coming to you a little early. Futures have not opened up yet. But I'm gonna go off of Friday, and we can still hit on, right? Because I always look at up or down, right? I play either way. But a bear sentiment still there. I feel we might get a little bit of relief coming into tomorrow, so we might see a little bounce back tomorrow. After the Friday sell-off. If you seen that sell-off on Friday, it was pretty nasty.
Listen up.
I know a lot of people caught some nice puts on SPY itself, scalping, right? I know I did. So yeah, QQQ as well. So since I'm doing this before futures actually open and I don't see no direction yet, I'm going to look at, of course, SPY and then QQQ, right? First two, and then I'm gonna give y'all some of the earnings looks that I'm watching. And then again, like I said, you want the full watch list on a daily, you got to tap in with us at Okio Options. My links is in the description, so you can click on it and get there to it, and all my other services as well, right? So yeah, let's have some fun, and let's look at what I got on my eyes on, right? All right, so
Listen up. Listen.
all right, so of course we start out looking at the SPY, right? So this is the daily, right? So you see we had 2 red days, right, to end the week. Thursday and Friday were red. You see this nice sell-off on Friday, right? We're right at the right above the 200 SMA, right? So this confirms my bearish outlook, right? So if we dip below here, I feel we can do like past weeks. We can touch back down into this purple area, get back into that 430 area, 433 to 426 area. There's strong demand and supply here. So if we break if we break to the downside, I feel we can see some lows that we haven't seen since June and July of 2021, right? You see here we had 419, 420. So if we break below this area, I feel it's going to be a free fall back down into this next set of nice demand zone, right? At the 420 mark, for right below 420 as well. So like I said, I'm going to be watching that. I will play puts if it breaks below that 426, 46, right? I will end up getting some puts. I might give myself a little time because again, in March, we got a couple of weeks, we got the rates rising, right? So I don't know how the market's going to really react to that, but I want to be prepared. So for anything, so I might strangle or whatever the case may be, or continue to scalp, right? I haven't really been swinging anything. It's all been technically in and out, right? I'm not a scalper. I'm not doing 100, 200 trades a day. When I mean scalp, for me, that means in and out. All right. So, right. So we got that. Like I said, for me to really become bullish, the economy gotta be going in a way too, right? And it's just a lot of stuff that's bringing the market down, right? The bears is trying to win, right? But I think the bulls gonna come to play tomorrow, right? So we might have a green day, after two. Normally the trend is after a couple of red days, we get a few green, right? So we'll see if that trend keeps up, or we continue to see a sell-off in the market, right? Mostly out of fear. Inflation is hot, sky high right now. So, people are panicking. So you can't necessarily blame them. But end of the day, this is how I'm playing it, right? So if it holds the 200-day SMA though, I'll be looking for a breakout around the 443 area. So I go ahead and draw my line with my alert. 443 or 444.21, right? So if we look down, that's been a nice little area where we either got a bounce or it held support. Right. So I will be looking for it to hold that and break from there if I enter any calls for SPY. All right. All right. So moving on, QQQ. QQQ Tech been getting creamed, right? And this is one indication that it is getting creamed, especially the big names, Amazon's, Apple's, Microsoft's, those high flyers are all in the top 10 holdings for QQQ. So this lets me know kind of gauge on how technology is going in a snapshot, right? In the overall. So same thing with SPY, right? It looks to be holding this 345 area pretty well. I feel we might pull back a little bit more and test this 343 area. Break below that, we're going to hit these lows, 334, right? That we seen a couple weeks ago. So in January, right? Last month of January. So we break below there. I feel that we can get in this range. And like I said, with SPY, I feel we could probably see some lows that we haven't seen since last summer, right? Which is down here, the 328, 327 range, 330 range. I kind of see QQQ going there if at the market sentiments remain the same, and we continue this sell off on tech, right? So I caught a nice scalp on QQQ puts. QQQ is a runner; it can run either way. So if I would do calls, though, I will be looking for the break of at least 351.17, but really for me, it would be like the 354 area because I want to know if that thing really ready to go, right? But I might take a stab at it around that 351 area. If it's looking strong, I'll go ahead and get those profits up all the way up to my price target of 354. And if it's holding there, I'll stay in and secure some, or I end up, just securing all and seeing how it reacts to that area, seeing if it bounces off, if it rejects resistance, and see how far it falls back. So most of the time, my price target, make sure that it breaks resistance, and then we break through that so that I know that it's ready to run. Right, that gives me a higher probability of that trade being successful. All right, so moving on, Roblox. They report Tuesday, I think, before earnings. So no, after close. I'm sorry. They report Tuesday after close. So Roblox, depending on how well it opens up, if I play into earnings, it will be a strangle because it's been going either way. Roblox, I'm not really expecting them to beat actual earnings, but I expect them to beat their revenues, right? They had some killer revenues last year, right? And that's the main thing that I'm looking for this in the long run as well. Roblox is still on my radar. I own that in my kids' custodial accounts. So I'm looking for revenue growth, continued growth. They did, like I said, they did phenomenal last year. So on the revenue side, so I'm looking for that to persist and stay consistent. So I feel that if we break below the 63.97, it might be a little sell-off ensuing on Roblox. So I will probably be looking at puts, right? With a price target of this 53, we could probably hit this 53 area, right? That low. So this depending if we hit here, or if not, we might hit around this $59 area, which is still a good trade, right? So either or, that's what I'm looking for on that. I like to bounce off the EMA 21 day, right? So if it catches here, you see it rejected twice, 2 days in a row. It didn't secure it. So I'm looking for it to break 70.69. So really 77, 70. And I think this thing might be able to fly. We got some room to the upside here, coming off of this downtrend that we had in this little period of consolidation. So like I said, if it beats on revenues, I feel it can fly, but in this market, I just don't know. So I'm gonna be watching it closely. And like I said, I'm gonna be looking for those breakout signals. All right. So MACD crossover. That's been working like wonders. So if I see all of those happening, I will take a stab at some calls on this. I will not play through earnings. So it'll either be before earnings run up or sell off, or the same vice versa after earnings. Either run up on calls or sell off on puts. All right. So I want to play it either way. Roblox can run. So yes. And mainly the ones that I pick that I'm watching for trading, I'm watching long-term wise as well, right? And some that I'm watching long-term wise, that I'm really watching that y'all might see me post on Twitter or something. That's just a long-term outlook. It's not necessarily looking at for options trading. I look for the high flyer. So next up is NVDA. NVIDIA is a high flyer, right? Can run. So I think they're going to beat, right? They're doing great. They got that new product launch, AI with the AI systems in the hospitals. So that should be added to revenues. So that should have made for a really good quarter, last quarter here, and it should have a really good forward outlook. I'm really bullish on NVIDIA for the long run, right? So I own it in my IRA and everything, but I love to trade options on it because it can run. So it can go up or down, right? And I'm normally in and out on NVIDIA because it likes to pull back pretty hard, right? So once I see that it's peaking, I like to normally go ahead and secure my profits and move on, right? So NVIDIA is kind of easy for me, right? We're looking at the daily. If it breaks down and breaks below the SMA 200-day, of course, I'm playing puts. I ain't thinking no calls, and I probably will swing the put through earnings. Just because of sell-off still, man, sure. But other than that, I'll be looking for calls mainly, like I say, because they have mean reversals. So like if I do have my put, I will have I will strangle. I'll have a call as well if I actually go through. All right. NVIDIA reports after hours on Wednesday. So like I said, I might get in for a little pre-earnings play, either a run up or down. So seem like if the market pulling it back, we might get pulled back when the SPY gives. So does NVIDIA most of the time, right? Unless we have some news. So I'm looking forward to break below this 231.66 area. And then we might test these lows that we seen within the last months of this 210. First stop is that 214 area. Right. That's if we had a really bad sell-off insurers, right? Other than that, I'm looking forward to recapture its EMA 21-day and break out at that 251.63 area. I look for a nice little bounce. You see, we got two bounces off of the last week, right at that same price gouge, right? And then once I'm in at that area, if it holds again and look like it's breaking out, what would keep me in is if it holds my 10-day SMA at this 260.41, right? Let me make sure I'm not lying to y'all. Sometimes I forget my colors. Oh, that's the 21-day SMA. So if it holds the 21-day SMA as well, it should bounce back up. I don't really use the SMA 21 as much as really the EMA, and you can kind of see why, right? We kind of see either some continued breakdowns if it remains under the EMA 21-day, and some nice breakouts if it catches it, and as long as it stay above it, it is normally riding high, right? So I like that one. So main goal is 251.63 for NVIDIA, and I think we might see a nice little pop there. But I want to see it hold 260.41 for me to stay in longer, right? Maybe hold it a couple days, but I ain't really been holding nothing too long unless I already secured and made it partially free. All right, last up that I'm going to share with y'all is Shop. Shop can run as well. I think that they should be pretty good on earnings as well. They report Wednesday after close as well. And so same deal. I might do a little pre-earnings play, either options or puts. We had a little period of consolidation here, but it's had trouble breaking out of the EMA 21-day. So for me to do calls, yes, I'm waiting. It got to hit 954.07. and make that its new support. And I feel we can see a nice little breakout from there, right? We might even, the way shop around, we might even be able to see a test of a nice test of the $1,000 area again. Fill this little area right here that we got, right? So again, I want to see a nice little pop after earnings. Last time you see it was a nice little breakout as well. So I think the same thing might ensure. They surprise missed last earnings. So hopefully they beat this time. I feel if they beat, we probably see a nice greater breakout than we did before. Or if they don't, we might really see a huge sell-off on shop this time, right? To where we see some of these lows that we haven't seen again since, like I said, last June, July, right? It looks like we're pulling back towards those levels that we were last summer, right? So that's just something to be mindful of and to watch out for. I'm going into this week. So other than that, that's really all I got for y'all. Full watch list. There are a lot more on my radar for this week. It's a whole bunch of earnings reports, companies that report this week. Every single day is full. So there's a lot more that I'm watching. There are a lot of more stocks that I'm watching in general to play. So tap in with us. My boy Brando, King Brando, and my other boy at Wolf. Tap in with us, Okio Options, man. We take care of you, train y'all, live options, seminars, weekly sometimes during the weeks. And yeah, man, we have giveaways. We do a lot of things, right, to ensure that y'all are learning. Best room out there, right? Best community out there. So like I said, my links and everything is in my description to this video. And yeah, follow me on IG, Twitter, TikTok, and of course, like, subscribe, and share to my YouTube channel, which is All That Invest with Zay. Appreciate y'all tuning in for the whole video, hearing this outro, and I see y'all next week.